Okay, we are here with Prodigy Toast. He has made it to the finals of CSC for Recruit with his brother Hefe, Drop, Poutine, and Vaughn. How does that feel to finally make it to the finals?
Terrifying. It's just a lot of pressure, So it's something I think Sav and FRG is something that we thought at the beginning of the season that it was going to end up being the finals. We were just the heavy hitters. So excited. Brokey's a good friend. UK Cats has helped us all season. We've scrimmed each other like 7 times this season. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Now, from my understanding, this is your first season of IGLing, is that correct?
This is the first season of me IGLing, correct?
How does it feel to be able to take your team to the actual finals and go through everything that's been happening this season?
It's good. It's definitely good. The team in practices does super well. We spend our time wisely. Jeff does a lot of outside work to make sure that all the tactics and executes and defaults and all that stuff are pretty well laid out for us so that when we get in a server we can just sort of mock it up and then implement it in game. But the guys make my job really, really easy. To say that, as an IGL, I took them to the finals is a hollow statement, I think, because it's really, really easy when I could just plant Jeff somewhere and he takes 2 or 3 people out with the op, and I could say drop, go, kill, and then randomly Poutine comes up with a 4K with the P90 out of nowhere. The team makes IGLing a lot easier.
From my understanding, this is also your second season with FRG, is that correct?
Yeah, Jeff and I joined the season at the same time to try and grief our brother's games, our other brother in Prospect. We didn't end up getting into the same tier, so then we kind of joined as a joke, and then something that I think we just fell in love with the community of CSC. Everybody here is just so dope, and then started taking it seriously. It was like, oh wait, hold on, what if we just stayed in one?
Would you say you guys are a package deal then?
We have to see, right? I think I've answered this question a couple of times so far this season, their interviews as well. I love playing with my brother. There's a lot of fun that we have together. We also have some advantages of playing together as a duo for 2 seasons. I don't see a world where we would willingly leave each other. I do see a world where both of our MMRs just doesn't make any sense. And I'm not going to stay on a team. I'm not going to stay on a team with Jeff if it's going to hurt the rest of the team. If it helps the team and it makes sense, then yeah, we'll stay together. But if it doesn't make sense and it's only just going to hurt the team, then probably not. But we'll see. Right when the season ends up and then we get the numbers pre-draft, we'll figure it out then.
With your 2-season contract with FRG coming to an end, you will have to be switching teams, is that correct?
No. So you can either get re-signed to FRG, so if they have room for me. Like I said, it more so depends on where our MMR ends up at the end of the season.
Do you suspect you guys to be moving up to Prospect at the end of the season?
Probably not. It's not first off, I think it's going to be hard to move MMR. I don't know how Homer and the numbers team are doing it, but I think it's going to be difficult to move people or, have people's MMR influx or decrease that much, because without stats with CS2, I think it's going to be difficult to do that. Now, I know they're doing a different stats project, and that's coming from the screenshots that we take after games and whatnot. But even then, I've had consistent games. I haven't had pop off 30 kill games or whatnot. And even then, there's so much more that I think goes into a player's rating than just kills and deaths, right? There's impact kills, clutch rating, there's utility damage. There's so much more that goes into rounds than just did you get the kill and die or did you not get the kill at all. So I don't know how much our rating is going to change. We're walking into a very blank box at the end of the season.
With the change of CS2, that's really throwing a wrench in the CSC community itself. Everybody's kind of straggling and trying to piece things together as fast as they can. And I haven't been around a lot, so I don't know what the season looks like so far. I just recently found out you guys went to finals, or you guys are going to finals, which is crazy to me being an old FRG member there after being cut last season. We won't get into that too much. You guys made it to the finals this season, so congratulations to that. Sounds like the hard work's really paid off. Sounds like you have a great team behind you. That being said, next season, you guys can't keep the full 5. Some players might move, Prospect, who knows that the situation would be. Who would you want to be your team next season?
Who knows, right? If I could run it back with the same 5, sure, but I can't, right? And I won't sit here and say oh, if we could just put 4 keepers on these 4 people and leave out that 5th guy. I won't say that. And who knows, right? The DEs that might come in next season could be insane. There's a chance that all 5 of us that are on this roster right now aren't even on the roster next season. There's so much that could change and probably will change before next season starts.
You said you scrimmed against Sav 7 times this season, just you guys alone. How do you feel about going into the finals? Do you think you understand that team, or do you think they're going to do a completely different play than what you guys are used to?
When we played Sav have throughout the entire season. You have to take scrims with a grain of salt. You know, I think we're like 5-2 against them in scrims. What's that matter when they shit on us, match day 11, they beat us on Inferno like 13-4. I don't know, right? I do know that Frog has one of the deepest map pools. I know Sav has a deep map pool. I think these maps can get interesting. We're both preppy teams where we'll spend hours doing VODs. We'll spend hours practicing and going over what the other team does. Not so much the anti-strat, but more to just pick up on tendencies and pick up on those little cues and stuff. What utility do they throw, or, where do people like to play in certain scenarios and stuff like that. And I know that we've talked with, UK Cats, and we've talked with Cayman Rider, and I believe Cayman even said, like, if FRG won on a map, we watched that VOD to see how FRG played it. And if FRG lost the map, we looked to see what the other team did, because how did they beat FRG? And we did the same thing with Sav games. It's ironic, the two teams that ended in the finals are the two teams that have been looking at each other for advice and help. So it's Sav got us to the finals and we got Sav to the finals. So I think that is just the way that that ball fell is just super ironic to me, actually.
Going back to match day 7, you guys against Acolytes or Hellfire Union on Inferno. Would you say Inferno is a map that you guys do tend to practice and play on?
Yeah. Inferno has been one of our strongest maps. It's been, I think, our most selected map throughout the entire season. It's a map that we feel confident on, no matter who we're going up against. Now, we've had some of our greatest wins on it, but we've also had some of our toughest losses on it as well. So it's been a lot of going back and reworking it and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. And that's what we took the regular season to do, was just sort of test new ideas. And, some worked. If you look at that Accolades game, some very much didn't work.
Your first loss of the season was against Goshi, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, with that upset of the loss against Goshi on Anubis, what happened there?
Anubis is a newer map last season. This season went on, more people just got into Anubis. A lot of people know utility, which they didn't know before. They understand how the map works. They understand timings better. They understand everything that we had an advantage over. Because if you remember last season, our win rate on Anubis was insane. And I think other teams just figured out how to play Anubis and they caught up to us. OS is a tough pill to swallow because we had scrimmed them earlier on Anubis and lost the same way. We have a difficult CT side, we flip T side, we go on this insane streak, we're down a couple rounds, we bring it back, we're up like 11-9. We lose a tough gun round, do a forest buy, lose the forest, and we full eco. That's a 3-round swing, it's back up to 11-11, we lose the gun round again. So it's just that eco swing of you lose an important battle, an important gun round, you have to eco the next and then save. Especially with MR13, it's difficult to manage that economy. And we lost almost identically to OS in the same way we did the scrim, to the same way we did the game.
No,
close game.
It was your first loss and it was a close game. And MR13 has really thrown everybody that new eco kind of through a loop a little bit, but I think towards the end of the season, people started grasping a lot more there. In playoffs, we were the only team that didn't go 2-0. We actually put up that one game fight, but then we eventually lost against whoever it was.
I think it was AP or something like that.
What was it?
I think it was AP and loss, right? We played Overpass. We played Anubis, Overpass, Inferno.
No, we played Nuke. We lost against, maybe it was UPS.
Or maybe it wasn't Overpass. Maybe it was Nuke was in there. Maybe either which way. I know it was Anubis. Or maybe I don't remember. I'm old. I do remember we lost the actual third map on Inferno. That I remember. Because I remember being top mid and getting run down with Nigavs.
Oh, that was when they would eco peek a lot too. So we were definitely against that. Now, Harpies on your semifinals, were they a tough team to beat out?
Yeah. We had lost to them a couple match days earlier, and that wasn't even close. It was like ATL. Yeah, they had smacked us 13-4. When we were going over map picks, we knew they were probably going to pick Anubis into us again. And then we had first picks and bans, went through them, pretty much got the maps we wanted exactly. They threw a weird curveball at us I thought that they were going to ban either Nuke and or Inferno because that's like two of our strongest maps. They ended up not banning either one of them, which I thought was wild. Win our Inferno game, lose Anubis, but it made it a little bit closer. And then they woke up the Beast and Poutine. Or after the second match on Anubis, we go to Mirage and Poutine just has a 19-3 half and just wants to go to bed.
Now, Poutine is a Canadian, correct?
French-Canadian.
French-Canadian. You guys and FRG just have a thing for Canadians for some reason. You need at least one on your team every season.
He plays similar spots to Symmetric as well.
Okay. And Symmetric was moved up to Prospect, so that's where you guys lost him. But looking at the past results, Inferno, you guys got him 13-4.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before on Anubis, the other teams just caught up. They're able to learn util. And so you guys lost 13-7. So you guys put up a little bit of fight there. And then a Mirage, like you said, Poutine had a 19-3 half. So you won 13-4 against them. Mm-hmm. Now, are you able to VOD review the Servals or the Sav at all?
Yeah, we've been doing it all season.
Have you watched their semifinals matches at all?
Mm-hmm. We just watched them last night.
Okay. You guys just sit down together as a team and watch them?
So we try not to sit together as a 5-stack and watch them. It's hard to get people's attention that well. So a lot of times what'll end up happening is Jeff and I will watch the VODs, or we'll watch them together, we'll watch them separately. Sometimes Drop joins us, and then we leave notes. Because what I don't want is anti-stratting getting too hard in other people's heads. We'll end up getting together and doing a VOD review, or sometimes Vaughn and Poutine will watch them on their own time as well, just to sort of get an idea of the pace of play that they play the map at, especially with Sav. Who knows where Brokey is? He's got a CZ somewhere in a smoke somewhere on the map. UK Cats is a lurk god. Doesn't matter how well you watch all the angles, he's probably behind you somewhere. Toad is just a demon on the Deagle. Just what a good shot. She's incredible. Cayman is just a different type of beast. So they're all really, really good.
So it looks like they UPS put up a fight against them. They were able to get one game on them, but they were able to outmaneuver that Colney Strats, I would say.
Ancient, I think, hasn't been their strongest map in, like, as far as UPS goes. Or not UPS, sorry, Sav.
Is that where they lost, is Ancient at 13-5?
I don't remember. There's so many games that happened.
I just see Ancient 13-5, Vertigo 13-2, and Inferno 13-5.
If you're looking at the CSC website, the scores are wrong.
The scores are wrong.
Like the rounds are wrong. Yeah, Ancient was won in overtime, 19-17. Yeah, so I believe all the regular seasons, their scores got fixed, but the playoffs haven't gotten fixed yet.
Okay, I was basing it off of the CSC website for your guys' match against ATL. Were those correct?
I believe Anubis was 13-7. What's it say for Inferno?
13-4.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay.
I think it was more. It was like 13-9. It was a closer game.
Okay.
13-4 was definitely like the Mirage game. We just smacked the shit out of them on Mirage.
It's really difficult to get stats, and like I said, CS2 release and threw a wrench and everything. Me myself taking a break after the Hellfire Union cut, which was needed, but I don't know if this State of Recruit. It's probably really going to consume my time. So I'm looking forward to being able to conduct interviews like this, being able to talk about the week of recruits and who's doing what. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to plug my shameless plug here. That's who this is for. Is there anything that you are looking forward to for tomorrow?
I'm hoping it's not a 2-0 in either direction, is really what I'm going for. I want it to be a good game. I wish it was a best of 5, if I'm being honest with you. Who knows? I'm looking forward to Poutine getting a knife kill in the smoke somewhere. Brokey waiting in a smoke with a Zeus. I'm excited for the good games. I hope they all go off for 40, and I hope they lose every round. I hope they all have really, really good games and forget to defuse the bomb. Is really where I'm at.
The unpredictability of Recruit is definitely going to be shown in the finals game there tomorrow. What time does the final start?
I believe it starts at 9 Eastern.
9 Eastern, that's 8 p.m. Central, and then that would be 6 p.m. the other side. Is there anything else that you would like to add to this interview with Kev?
The only thing I'd like to add really is just a shout out to, really UK Cats has been super helpful throughout the entire season. A lot of the guys in Recruit have been super, super supportive and helping, Noah, Sentinel. They have been in our DMs, they've been in our practices, they've been helping as much as they can. My brother Scott is a big one. On his lunch breaks, he's been analyzing games and giving me round by round breakdowns on their play styles and their defaults. This is their positionings with and without an op, and when they're ecoing, they like to do this, and X, Y, and Z. There's a ton of breakdown that he does. I'll join a server and he'll go over different types of maps and utility and tactics and stuff. So overall, just being super, super helpful.
I see that I keep getting pinged in your server that you guys are constantly looking for people to play. It definitely looks like you guys have been practicing. You guys are really looking forward to this final match, it seems like.
The Toasty Bros have been grinding.
So, as a former FRG player, I'm rooting for Sav. I hope they 2-0 you. Bad blood. But good luck tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys have a wonderful game. We will probably try to conduct interviews after the fact. I might push for it, but who knows? Maybe we can get Crash and I to conduct the winners interviews with hopefully all 5 players, but it might be a little tricky there. But
sounds good.
Other than that, you're free to go, man. I appreciate you answering my questions. Appreciate you being here, conducting this room.
Thanks, Bashi.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bashi's got the flow, bro.
I washed my hair just for this, man. All right. Today I am here with Prodigy Toast, a Prodigy Toast of the FRG clan. He has made it to the semifinals with his brother Hefe, Drop. Yeah, maybe I should pull this information up before I start, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
Poutine and Vaughn.
I fell off, so. As soon as I was cut, that was it. Okay, who is messaging me now? Oh. Okay.
True.
I hope
it was like
edited out. We were doing an interview. We're doing the interview with Prodigy Toast. That's okay. Maybe we can leave it in. That was pretty funny. So you said, who knows? Maybe we can get Crash and I to conduct the winners.